So next up is Matt presenting Negative Nancy.
Hey. So, Reese, Ned, and I have been working on the larger commercial version of Negative Nancy. So, if you don't know, this is it's an interactive story game where you can only say no. And we released a jam version a while ago, which is about 10 or 15 minutes long, and you can play it for free. And the commercial version is going to be basically 5 episodes of that size. So at the moment, Ned's partway through writing the 3rd of those episodes, and I've done environments for most of the first 2 episodes. So a couple of quick things. We don't have all of the characters for these episodes yet, and also the text doesn't match up yet. So I'm just going to kind of vaguely describe what each of these places is and what's going on in them. Cool. So this first one is a store meeting location in Megamart where you work. That's your boss. He's telling all the employees how it is.
Asians are all the same.
That's not racist. Blaming the Matrix.
So that's from the first of the episodes. And then also in that same episode, you end up in hospital to be awoken by doctors. They're going to be a doctor and a nurse. How did Nancy end up in hospital? Guess you'll have to wait and see. So now I'm going to show some scenes from the second episode, which is a road trip episode. It has lots of different locations in it. So you're on a road trip with your best friend. You're driving out through the desert. So for this one, in case you're curious, the car and the character is static, and so is kind of the distant mountains. But the road and the everything beside it just tiles every 50 meters, and it's on an animation loop which slides it 50 meters and then pops back and then slides it again. Yep. And here is driving through a different section of desert at sunset or at dusk. And the story scenes for when this is happening are going to be a bit more tense. So I tried to make the environment a bit apocalyptic. This is one where you stop at a diner to have some pancakes. I think this one took me the longest to make out of them. This one was probably like 6 hours. And, oh, can you hear the sound? There you go. Later on in the episode, you get chased by police. So that's what's going on in this one. Yeah. Yeah, so the process for making these is very kind of like, well, it's lifted directly from the jam. So basically it's, our art style is fairly simple. It's lots of flat colors and then using fog for a bit of like a color gradient fade. And pretty much all of the models that don't look like cube primitives are free models off the internet, arranged and recolored. And yeah, that's how we make the game. So hope you enjoyed those sneak peeks of Negative Nancy. Are there any questions?
Is every character your boss?
Is every character your boss? Well, I mean, that's a bit of a philosophical question, isn't it?
Yes. It's okay. You don't have to answer.
Why is she not looking at the road when she's driving?
Oh, because it's an exciting road trip, and it has to have an element of risk and camaraderie, you know.
It's also an unfinished story.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky situation when you have characters that are flat billboards and they have to be facing a direction other than you.
You should just say that it's a Tesla. In like self-driving car, you should just put that in the canon.
Yeah.
Which part of the world does this take place?
Which part of the world? Initially it was unspecified, but we're pretty sure it's America now. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm thinking maybe the driver is on the other seat.
Oh, the driver is your friend. She's on the left. Yeah. That all? Cool. Thank you.